Murder is not about lust and it's not about violence, it's about possession. Theodore Bundy. Good afternoon, my name is Claudia Roman, and today I'll be informing you about several serial killers. Not any serial killers, but the most notorious serial killers of all time and why they're known for their actions. I'm not an expert on this topic, but I do believe I'm equipped enough to tell you a little bit about them. And as some of you may or may not know, I would like to become an FBI agent to capture serial killers like the ones I'm about to mention and bring the family closure and justice for the victims they killed. Today, I'll be informing you about three notorious serial killers known as Harold Shipman, Daniel Camargo, and Theodore Bundy. Harold Shipman was born January 14, 1946. He was a favorite to his mother Vera, which also made him superior to others, and he had no other relationship because of that, and that he believed that nobody could actually give him enough love like his mother, and it made it even more devastating when he found out that she had died of lung cancer. After his mother's death, he became a doctor, and that's when he started becoming addicted to the painkiller known as pethidine and experimented with lethal morphine on his patients and killed about 171 women and 44 men and up to 218 victims, or 250 not known yet. Since he was a doctor, it was very difficult to capture him because he was hiding behind his status, reputation, and family. But luckily, they found him to the brave daughter of Angela Woodruff, who was determined enough to find evidence to arrest him. Today, I've shared why Harold's upbringing influenced him to start killing, and I'd like to share another serial killer who had a similar upbringing. Daniel Camargo was born January 22nd, 1939. Daniel's mother died as well, and his father was distant, and either way, he had to live with his stepmother and father who were abusive and dressed him up as a young girl to embarrass him in front of his friends. Camargo had a wife and two children, but fell in love with a girl named Esperanza, and he was planning on marrying her until he found out that she was not a virgin, and that's when it triggered an obsessive attachment that led him to want virgin girls, and that he would threaten his lover that he would leave unless she helped. And that's when they started drugging girls and raping them, disposing of them, strangling them. But later on, he was captured 3 times. First by his 5th victim, which gave a statement, and then got him arrested for 8 years. And after that, he was arrested again because he was undocumented. And the 3rd time, he went back to Colombia, and that's when he started raping 9-year-old girls, and that's when they first found him with the body on him. While Daniel Camargo only raped and killed for lust and violence and revenge for unfaithfulness, that was not the case for Theodore Bundy. Theodore Bundy did it for sexual gratification, since he was a sexual sadist and liked humiliation of others and inflicting pain on them. Theodore Bundy was born November 24th, 1946, and Theodore Bundy's parents, it was very different. His father wanted him, but his mother didn't. Louise didn't want him, and that's when they decided that it would be better if they kept him in his house, but that she would pretend she was a sister. But later on, that created tension because the cousins would say that he was illegitimate, and that's when that created the tension and made the move from Philadelphia to Tacoma, Washington. And that's when they believed that he started killing a young girl named Anne Marie Burr, his first victim, in 1973. And that triggered other ways of him killing by pretending he was injured and attacking women and raping them and beating them to death and disposing of their bodies. And the 2nd time he was captured, it was because he raped 2 girls, and they were sorority girls, and the only way they found him was because they found a bite mark. And he escaped twice, but later they found him and they executed him in 1986. Well, we know there are different types of killers today. I wanted to inform you about some of the most known killers and why they're known, and what lifestyle impacted them. I hope this speech has informed you about serial killers and that they are not natural born killers, but they are influenced by their experiences and upbringing as well as their will. In this speech, I've covered how child's upbringing can have a huge impact on a person's life, and some of the most prolific serial killers experience death, heartbreak, abuse, tension in the family, and that's what led to that. Thank you for listening, and I want to leave you with this. Everyone's experiences tragedy, heartbreak, and other things, but that you should not decide to become a serial killer because of what you've gone through, but decide it's what happens after and not what you go through. I want to end with a quote that inspires you not to let the bad experiences define your life. Out of the mountain of despair, a stone of hope. Martin Luther King Jr.